Opposition lawmakers inside the Knesset chanted shame, and some tore up documents before walking out.
מי שאינו מעוניין להצביע מוזמן לצאת, מי שלא נעזור לו.
These acts of protest came after it was clear opponents could not block a bitterly divisive plan to overhaul the Israeli judiciary from clearing a vote in parliament on Monday. The bill, which curbs the country's Supreme Court's ability to overrule decisions by the government and ministers, passed in a 64-0 vote in the 120-member legislature. When the vote was called, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu answered in the affirmative.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
It's a political victory for his hardline religious nationalist coalition, but one that has provoked a political crisis and sparked the largest mass anti-government protests in the country's recent history. Tens of thousands of Israelis took to the streets for weeks, blocking traffic and likening Netanyahu to a dictator. Two of the country's biggest banks said they would allow workers to demonstrate on Monday without losing pay. A forum of some 150 of Israel's largest companies went on strike, and two of the nation's largest shopping malls said stores would stay shut. Critics say the overhaul would undermine a key pillar of Israeli democracy, and the protests have prompted warnings from the army's top brass about the state's military readiness. Supporters of the move inside Netanyahu's coalition say the changes are needed to restore balance to the different branches of government. They posed for selfies and slapped one another on the back after the measure passed. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration urged the Israeli government to find a compromise, but Monday's vote comes after all such efforts seem to have failed. In the streets of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, protesters vowed not to back down.